Welcome everyone to Fated Worlds: The Burning Wind. How is everybody?
Good.
Good.
Excited.
Yeah.
It's been quite a week.
Double thumbs up.
Yeah. Before we jump in, I just wanted to say thank you for the follow, PG Shiny. I muchly appreciate it.
Well done.
You have joined our region. We get stronger and stronger,
You rock.
and you shall be one of the first.
So, where we left off, Lynn was about to burn down a tour, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's it.
Well,
yeah.
well,
Yeah, it sounds reasonable.
I'm down if y'all are. I have no faith in this place anymore.
Yeah.
I think
The
before
entirety of
Lynn,
the Aturan Empire just burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
I'm sure the Commonwealth would commend us for it, and all would be good.
Seems legit to me.
before Lynn burning down Aturam, there is a little, annoyance to solve about somebody with a cloak jumping out of the bushes and brandishing his knife at Levi.
Yeah, Levi, what happens if you just die right here? That would kind of suck.
Yeah, it would kind of suck.
Yeah.
Because I seem to remember that I'm relying on you here to save me. I trust you to be competent.
Yeah.
To me, Levi.
Why
Not
not?
you.
Well, I mean, if they kill you and then walk away and I'm safe, I guess you did your job, right?
Yeah.
Do I have time to try to persuade my attacker to stop attacking me?
I mean, you can yell stop, but
Wait, it's not in your best interest.
It's not what it looks
I
like.
mean,
I don't know what it looks like, but
it's not. I mean, you can always try, but chances are that he'll have stabbed you before you finish.
okay.
your first sentence.
I guess you're right.
What are you gonna do?
Look.
Stab me?
Okay, I was running away. That was what I do.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
to
you
make
were
sure
running
that-
away.
You need a website.
And
And I won the speed test, I think.
yeah. The question is, you know this guy, right? From before.
Yeah.
He was in your spy ring, and you had a falling out with him. What is his strength as a spy? Is it hiding? Is it, assassinating? Is it like hiding in plain sight, like disguises, like
I think
fighting?
organizing and to get information.
Okay. Strength.
It would make sense to have similar strengths to mine if we were rivals. So
Okay. So yeah, he is going to try and stab you, and he has a particularly murderous look in his eyes. Like this guy is having it out for you.
help anybody? I mean, I already shouted help, but somebody wants to burn him, maybe.
So how far away is he? Like, I seem to remember this was like in the we'd made camp, and this was in the evening. Is that right? Am I remembering
Yeah, I think so.
correctly? If you could.
Yeah. This was evening. It's night. Like it's already like fully dark. There's some light from your campfire. But it's dark outside.
Full dark in the stars. So yeah, are you are you fighting back, or are you just waiting for it? Or are you just looking for help?
Yeah, I'm running away from him. I've won the speed test, so I think that worked out pretty well. I don't see any reason to change the running away strategy for now. So
Yeah.
I just keep near other people so they can intervene. So I don't
You're
just
using
run
everybody as a
into the
shield.
darkness. And I just hope that somebody just trips him or something. I don't know.
I might.
Yeah,
be,
I don't want to deal with him myself.
Yeah.
That would be not the smart thing for me to do.
I might be willing to perforate him a bit.
Would you know?
Yeah, yeah. I think that might be
I
a
think
good
I
thing.
should get my pizza now because otherwise it's going to get burned. And
Yes. Speaking
Go
of burning,
grab that.
yeah, that should
Food's
be something
important.
for spies that want to kill me, like this get it burned thing.
yeah, give him a pizza. That'll work.
I mean, it would work for me if I would try to kill someone and he would offer me pizza to not do it. I would stop immediately.
That's fair. The power of pizza compels you.
It's a very powerful force.
Indeed.
It's the most powerful in the galaxy.
Obviously.
So yeah, Mathis, do you want to stop this guy, or should I?
Well, I suppose we could work together.
Dizzy is not going to do it. She's relying on you guys to keep her safe.
Okay. It's almost as if she believes she should do so.
It is. It's like she believes she should do so. It's kind of weird.
Believe it.
She believes in all of you, including, but not limited to, Levi, who is absolutely a traitor. But I don't know that. It's fine.
So is this fellow like actively swinging at Levi, or
Yeah,
just being menacing,
he's trying
or
to. Yeah, he's trying to get at Levi. He's going for speed, right? He wants to get to Levi before any of you can get to him.
okay?
So Levi did something last session, but you guys haven't responded yet.
I think I would like to attempt to relieve him of one of his hamstrings.
Because who needs hamstrings?
Yeah, entirely superfluous.
Hamstrings. These sound a lot more delicious than they are.
Okay, go ahead and try and relieve him from one of his hamstrings.
Okay. Let me see here. I should open up my character sheet and oh look, the cameras are going out fast. But the sword, and I think I'll kind of tackle and cut at the same time, kind of brawling at him. But I don't think there's any other forks that are relevant here.
Okay. He is going to try and dodge out of the way of what you are doing, and he got 5 successes on that.
Yikes. Well. Okay. So do I count my base obstacle as 5 or as 1 and
Yes.
5?
No, 5.
Okay.
That way you'll know what whether it's a difficult roll for you or routine.
Yeah, not so much, and no 6s.
Too
Sorry,
bad.
Levi.
Levi's gonna get stabbed.
Why? I'm running away faster than he runs right now, right?
Okay.
Right now you were.
Levi didn't fail their rolls. I did.
Yes. I know.
Yeah. Why don't I just set him on fire?
I don't mean like there's an automatic stab right now. I mean, he's still going for Levi.
Okay.
You're not stopping him.
Oh, and I should actually
Um,
show the roll to all the people who've been kind enough to watch. Look. Oh. That's the wrong thing.
What?
Lynn, are you doing anything?
We're doing the
There you
fly,
go.
people. Yeah, and I guess I'm also setting him on fire. Kinda seems to be my thing these days. So I guess I'll be doing that, invoking the heat from any resident fireplace.
Yeah,
that
I
we
mean, you have
around.
a campfire, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is more of a campfire than a fireplace. Yeah,
So, how do you guys want to handle when somebody has one of those things that protect them from sympathy? Do you want it to be outright impossible? Or do you want it to just be very difficult, but something you could, I guess, technically break through?
yeah, I could see it being more difficult, more so than being straight up impossible.
Maybe up 6 more or 7.
You mean plus 6 up or plus
Yeah.
or total 6 up?
I was thinking more like +2.
I was thinking about +6. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
Well, I was
Probably
personally
somewhere in between. Although it would be.
I was personally thinking about +4, so that is fairly in the middle.
And I guess it could depend on
Let's-
like the quality of the charm or whatever they're using.
Yeah, I imagine that's something where it's probably between 3 and 5, depending on the quality. And since this person, this person would have a lower quality, so your obstacle would be 3 higher rather than more than that.
Sounds good
So
to
I
me.
will write that down. +3 to 5 ob if someone has protection depending on the quality. Because unfortunately, since this person is very good at getting information and organizing, this person has done their research on you guys. So it will be harder for you, Lynn, to set him on fire.
Understandable.
So you want to try and set him on fire, right?
Yeah.
So 1 binding starting ob 1. You don't need any materials, so that's not a problem. Task is not very difficult. I give you an extra die for a particularly good source of heat because a campfire is definitely more than a candle or a torch. Or so that's 1 die more, not 1 ob more, and then 3 ob more because the guy is protected. So ob 5.
Wouldn't that be ob 4? Wasn't it ob 1 for the simple binding and then +3?
No, you start at ob 1 always.
Okay.
So
Okay, yeah,
ob 1 plus the binding.
Okay, I got you. So let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll this. I think it's gonna be difficult. But we'll see. 3 and no 6s.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
Oh dear. By the way, Matt, there's something I should tell you. As you were trying to hit this guy, you noticed that one of the reasons why your attack didn't hit wasn't because you couldn't place it. It was because it kind of like bounced off like some leather armor that this guy was wearing.
Okay.
So keep that in mind, whether
okay.
that means something or not.
Okay. As in, physically connected with leather armor, or it bounced off as if he was wearing leather armor, but it's clear that he isn't.
No, you physically connected with the armor.
Okay.
You just scraped the armor, basically. Okay. Desi is expecting everybody to protect her, or is she doing something?
I think maybe cowering. Maybe. Let me see here. Maybe she's comforting like the kid and like, oh no, fight's breaking out. It's okay, guys.
Comfort the kids. Let the kid rescue me.
I don't know, the kid's super powerful or whatever. But I mean, like a number of the people there, besides like Wolfram or whoever, are not like the kind of people who would step up into this fight. And so I think Desi is like cowering with them and being like, "It's gonna be okay. Mathers, Lynn, Levi, they know what they're doing." And Levi, then we definitely cut to Levi like running by in the background, arms flailing.
None of us know what we're doing.
Okay, so this guy is still running after you, and he in one hand he's holding his knife, the other hand like goes into his belt and he grabs out a hand crossbow. It's one of these very small crossbows that you can, well, basically hold in your hand. He drops his knife, since you need two hands for a hand crossbow. He uses the crank to pull up his hand crossbow, and he aims at you while running. Now, let's see. You are going to have the advantage of the fact that both of you are running.
Mm-hmm.
Because I imagine it'd be harder to aim while running, but he's going to try anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's some
running
distraction.
while using like a longbow or something, that's one thing, but a crossbow, have you held one of those things? They usually weigh like 30 plus pounds.
Yeah, well, this is a hand crossbow. It's like a very small one. It looks more like a pistol, like.
Gotcha. A hand crossbow.
And it has like
those
this.
Are still pretty heavy, but
crank.
you could probably run with one. Okay, I'm feeling it.
Like it's still a bit unwieldy. Like I at least that's how I imagined it. I've never held anyone, but from the pictures that I've seen, like I imagine you still need a fair amount of strength just to to put I think they're called bullets, not arrows.
Bolts.
Well, either way, to put one of those things in there. You're still gonna need strength, and you're gonna run slower and be a little distracted while you do it, and then you still need to aim while running. So that whole thing is gonna be a lot harder than if you sitting on a sitting hidden behind a bush somewhere and are just trying to snipe someone. So you, Levi, I feel get 3 extra dice. I feel that kind of covers the disadvantage from both the fact that you are moving and the fact that he is moving. Probably 2 dice for him moving, 1 dice for you moving.
Okay. Are trees nearby that I can behind?
Well, you're
Right
looking at
behind?
the picture, right? Oh, did I not move you guys? I didn't move you guys. My bad.
No, you didn't.
I did some awesome, like super skilled art for you guys to show.
Look at that campfire and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can exactly tell what everything is, right?
Thank you for
Look at all
labeling
these
those.
colors.
Okay, and where am I?
So these bushes at the left, that's where he came from. So I imagine like by now you're at the campfire and he's a little bit behind you.
I see.
If you said you ran straight for the tree, I imagine you can be near the top tree, like.
Okay, that's what I would try, I guess.
How about all of you just make a wonderful scratch, signifying where you guys are currently, so that we can keep that in mind. It's it's not about like exact like how many squares are you away from where you're supposed to be. More of a so that we have a bit of a visual idea. I imagine that you guys were initially sitting around the campfire. I know that Desi and somebody else were talking to. It's wonderful.
And where's
So-
where's this ambushing bandit fellow?
Yeah, I will make a scratch for him too. What color shall we give him? He will be purple. So he'll be roughly here then.
Always those evil purple guys.
So I imagine he's gotten, some distance from me, but sort of near because I was, trying to get all stabby.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, this is all like split second stuff, right?
It's my greatest creation that I've done so far. Is Kelsa not moving
No,
or
it's
is
really-
she freezing? Oh, she's
yeah.
frozen for me.
Yeah, for me as well.
So that's something.
Gone dark on my end.
Everybody's frozen for me. Okay, brilliant. Never mind. I will refresh. Oh, it's giving me that little your connection is
Damn.
Brilliant.
No, not technology again.
Shocking.
Let me try this.
NA internet.
Oh god, now it's just.
Ah, here we go.
Can you see
No,
that?
Alright.
no, color is
Almost.
frozen to me.
No.
For some reason.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
I think it.
Success! We did it, guys.
And everything keeps. Yeah, I've had a bad week with technology in general, and this is not
dear.
helping anything.
Yeah,
Did
there we go.
you-
Okay. So, yeah, he's going to try and shoot you. I imagine that shooting. He has 5 dice. He has 0 successes. You need to roll 0 or better,
For
and you have +3 dice.
my speed +3, right?
If that is what you are defending with, sure.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to defend with.
You're just running very fast.
I mean, what should I roll again? What should I block the crossbow with a knife or something? I don't think that really makes too much sense.
No, it doesn't. I can see. I don't know. Like, I'm never sure. Like, to me, agility sounds more like what you dodge stuff with.
Agility is stuff with your hands.
Yeah, I know, but it just sounds like it'd be the one.
Yeah, I know it's always a bit confusing for me too. but-
Confusing, yeah. Yeah, so you
Okay,
go
base
DC.
obstacle 0. Nice.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Got him.
So what do you want to do with your extra successes? Hide behind a tree? Pull out a weapon of your own, presuming you have one?
I don't have one.
Okay.
Maybe I can.
Convince
throw-
someone not to help you?
I think I would throw something in his way so he might lose his balance
Okay, sure.
and then
like
go
you...
behind the tree. But
Yeah,
he
so what
can't fire
would-
anymore anyway, right? Because he already fired.
You know what you could do? You could, yeah, like that. He'd have to load it again. That will take time.
Yeah.
What you could do is like take just a branch and pull it backwards as you're running around the tree, and then just let it go and watch it swoosh in his face.
Yeah, it was kind of something like this that I was planning. Yeah.
Okay. He'll have +1 obstacle to whatever he does next, unless it's something that would not be hindered by getting a branch in your face.
I see.
But I can't think of very much things that would not get hindered by that. Okay. So Levi, what are
Screaming
you
and
going
pain.
to do?
Help someone?
You wanna try and convince these 6 people to come to your aid?
Yes, yes, of course. We are like 10 people and he's alone. What are you even waiting for?
By the way, Mallows, what is Davy doing?
She's probably trying to, burn him or restrain him or, something unpleasant with sympathy.
Okay. Yeah, so Davy would come to you, Lynn, and say, okay, let's do this together. And she'll work with you on trying to burn this guy, roast him. But in the meantime, Levi, you're trying to convince these people, right? So what do you say?
He has no weapon and we are 10 people and somebody.
Okay. Go roll persuasion. I'm just going to roll one will roll. Your ob is 1. If you meet it, you get 1 person. Every 2 dice you get above that, you get another person.
Okay. Otherwise, they just let me die because why not?
They're scared and confused and just came out of lockup and might not have the ability to save you.
I think I used a fate point. I think I used a fate point.
How much sixes? Oh, nice. 3.
Pretty good use.
So you get 1, 2,
Oh, wait,
3 people already like this. Damn.
Yeah, this is how it should be. This is okay. Oops, nicht roll.
So you are hiding behind the tree, and he is trying to follow you while getting a branch in his face.
Okay, so 2 additional.
Yeah, so 1 person. So total of 4 of them. Okay. Yeah. So. Let me read the descriptions of the other people, and in the meantime, I'd love to know what Batters or Lynn are going to do. And then I'll tell you what they would do to help you.
Well, I think I know what Lynn and Davey are going to be doing. So, Matt is going to start us off.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to I'm gonna try and catch up, but mostly I'm gonna concentrate on helping with the whole setting on fire thing.
That's always a nice thing to do.
Okay, so let's do some fire things. Okay, so we spend 1 or 2 dice from Davey. Did we establish that?
Yeah, I think like initially you guys got 1, but I think actually 2 makes more sense for her.
I'll take it.
So you get 2 dice from her.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I still have the +1 from a good source of heat?
+1 from what?
From the good source of heat. From the fireplace.
Oh yeah, of course.
The campfire.
So the difficulty is still 5. That doesn't change.
Makes sense.
Actually, no. The difficulty becomes. So you guys get an extra die because he is getting hit into the face with something. So I guess in a way Levi is helping you guys as well.
I'm always helping.
Yep.
Always is a very strong word.
I've never been not helping, or even I would never do anything that's not helping you.
Still no success. So you know what? I'm gonna use my wonderful new concentrator. Use my driven.
Ooh, that is for sympathy.
Yeah. It is
Cool.
not-
Well, that makes so much sense for Lynn.
Yeah.
I mean, driven is just for one belief, so it's quite.
Oh, it's for a
hidden.
belief, not for a. I keep thinking that it's for a skill.
It is both.
Okay, I see. That makes sense.
You have to tie a belief together with the skill you choose.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So the belief is the fire is the powerful ally. It will bring down a fiery death upon anyone that tries to stop us.
Burn them alive.
Yeah.
Definitely a belief.
Indeed. I'm gonna reroll all the failed dice. So which is 5 of them. This worked so great last time. I can't wait to do it again. 5d6. There we go, a bit better.
Nice.
And I'm also going to fit that.
Okay. So you are now at 7.
And brings that
8.
to 8. Yeah.
So I imagine you want to burn him extra good.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So
Oh, yeah.
how about he
Oh.
drops his crossbow as a result of you burning him extra good.
Oh, and
How does that sound?
Yeah, Niran just reminded that we should declare intent when doing these things, rather than just
Yes.
saying
Yeah.
sort of what we're doing.
I imagine in this case it was setting him on fire.
Yeah, like stopping him from attacking Levi and
Okay.
all of that. Just keeping him at bay.
Yeah, so what I think happens is he drops his hand crossbow and he sheds his cloak that is now on fire and tries to make a run for it this way. That would mean he'd run by close to where Mothers is.
Yeah, I think I'll go back to. I'll just try and trip him up with the sword.
Okay.
And I
Trip him
guess my
with a sword.
intent is, rather than trying to injure him badly, just get him sort of like face first into the dirt and not getting away, and also hopefully not too threatening. If that
Okay.
sounds reasonable.
Yeah, sure. So I have a question for you guys. I need a keyword, something that is tied to how one of these 5 people that were with you. I had in my mind there were 6, but I've written down 5. How that has to do with her power, what she does. So it doesn't have to be a clear description of a power, just a keyword that goes with her. And she is a woman with white hair.
Where is she again?
Muffin button.
Do you mean
Is
this?
it?
Where? Where did you?
Where
say
she's
that?
standing? I imagine they were all standing near you. I imagine this is you, so they'd be standing
No, that's
around you.
my rendition of Black Mage Lynn.
Okay. They'd be standing near you. I don't know where you are standing, Desi, but they'd be standing near you.
Where am I standing?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess near the campfire, probably. Can I do the same thing?
But the question is, like, what keyword does the woman with white hair have? I was thinking maybe moon. That might be a little cliche.
I don't know what just happened.
You disconnected.
Oh,
me first.
keyword as in like a
Theme,
tarot
character
tome?
theme.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Just a character theme, right? All of the like when I try to decide like what a character is about, I generally have one like preconceived idea in my head, like
Mhm.
whatever, arrogant bastard or heir or
Okay. And this is one
like
of the
something like that, and I want something that inspires the kind of things she can do, or the kind of way she has been altered in by these experiments. So some theme that her character has.
Well, we haven't really interacted much with her, have we?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so maybe there's time to explore that later.
Yeah, but Levi convinced 4 of them to do something. So I would like to. I want to look at, like for the rest of them, I have an idea of what they would do. But for her, I don't really know.
We always wanted to have a crazy old sailor in our group, right?
Sure.
We get her secretly worships the Black Sea God. That'd
Yes.
be great.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay, so her theme is sea, and then I will think up something to do with that.
maybe
Maybe
Silver
she's just
Sea?
very salty all the time.
Hey.
Making a knot and throwing the lasso.
But I mean,
Okay.
maybe like more of the sea's reflective qualities, or sort of changing qualities.
There's lots of things about
Mercurial, yeah.
I like that. What if it's No, I like that. I'm good with that.
We like which specifically?
Oh, like the changing aspects of the sea? Or
Changing
like,
aspects of the sea. I see. I like that too.
Like, because that like has to do with the moon and the sea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that fits with your idea.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that too. And I know exactly what she is going to be able to do.
Uh-oh. I'm sure.
So yeah, so what happens as you do this, Mothers? You remember that among the 5 people you had with you, there was a guy with fur on his face, Jonas, who you guys refer to as the Wolfman, a young boy with a reflection of a monster, a woman with white hair, a thin young man, Wolfram, and an old man with a walking stick. So what happens as you go and try and tackle the evil dude is that the old man with the walking stick just like charges up next to you and starts like trying to beat the crap out of this guy with his walking stick. So he's, I guess, helping you
Okay.
in his own way.
I guess.
It sounds at
My
least
time
like a
assassination
useful.
was murder planned.
Yeah. Sounds at least like a useful distraction.
Almost.
At the very least.
So shall I? Let me try this thing again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am giving you some extra dice. And that is, let's see, your ob is 5 again. This guy is rolling too well.
Yeah.
Your obstacle is 5 again. But this guy's on fire, which is bound to distract him. And of course, you're getting help. So you will get an extra die from the old man with the walking stick. You also feel a surge of power, like raw physical power.
Interesting.
So that will help you. And the guy's on fire, so you get 3 extra dice.
And
Me?
Guy is on fire.
and also fork brawling. There we go. And I will happily pour some salt on whatever wound I'm trying to inflict here and spend fate.
So your intent was to not harm him, but make him go down, right?
Yeah.
Or not harm him a lot anyway.
Correct.
Maybe lose a leg or two.
Yeah. Put him in a bad position to either get away or fight.
I think I need to
and feed him
shut
some
this
dirt.
guy up as possible.
Right, okay. Do more.
Okay, so what do you want to do with your advantage? Your extra dice.
Like 3 of
One option would be to slow
Right.
him down so that even if he gets up, he's gonna be slower when he tries to run away.
Yeah.
Wound him?
break his bones.
Join me.
All of them?
Does he?
Can I just like sort of crash down on him?
Sure.
Okay.
So he goes down. You jump on him, and like immediately you see Jonas, the furry guy, come in. You see Wolfram stepping forward and holding out his hand. And the woman with white hair, she's standing there looking at you intently. So like if you want, you can try and all of you can try and notice what kind of powers they have, as far as you can tell.
Yeah, I'm curious about them. I want to try to notice this. Do I need to make a roll here to find out how much I notice? Maybe?
Yes.
So let's see. That is a perception test.
Okie dokie.
And your obstacle will be up 3, finding something small.
That's not too hard. See?
I would like you guys, by the way, to state who you're particularly looking at.
Who am I particularly looking at?
Can we get to like a list of
If
their
you
names
roll
somewhere?
higher, like basically we'll do this the same way as like the convincing of Levi. You succeed, you get the one person you were looking at. Every 2 over gives you an additional person because you can't look at everybody at the same time.
That's fair. I think I'm probably looking at the woman with the white hair.
Okay.
First and foremost, and I'm gonna go ahead and spend my fate because I got 2 6s here, and see if I can notice anybody else. One other person.
Okay, so you can pick one additional person.
Probably Wolfram, because honestly, he's probably the biggest threat out of all of these people.
Okay. So from Malia, I've decided to name her Malia. You see that she's intently staring at the mothers. If like you've seen this face on people trying to perform naming with no Malia like that. You're very certain that she's doing something magical, and that whatever she does focuses on mothers rather than on the evil dude.
Gotcha.
As for Wolfram, combined with what you've seen earlier of him, you're pretty sure, like you see the guy below Mathers go kind of rigid, and you're pretty sure that whatever he can do has something to do with a mild form of mind control. Yeah, basically that.
Of course. I'm not surprised. Out of character. I don't know how Desi feels about that in character. I'm gonna write down that I'm gonna make a belief about this, because for next time, if we're still in their company, because I feel like mind control is like either falling in line with believing in fate, or completely opposed to believing in fate, and I'm on the fence about that.
Okay, interesting. So does any of you want to look at anybody?
I mean, I suppose if we have a moment.
Yeah, I assume my attention is just focused on this guy that I'm sitting on.
I feel you would still have the ability to observe Garna, the old man with the walking stick, or
Okay.
and Jonas, since they're in there with you. You can like, you know, Garna is literally hitting him with the stick next to you.
Okay.
And Jonas is also on top of him. So
Okay.
I feel like you'd still...
even so, I think that but my focus would fully be on to the degree that I'm paying attention to the others, it's just to make sure that they don't get stabbed either.
Okay. Yeah, sure. If you do something in that pursuit, I'll give you an extra die later, since you're not letting yourself get distracted by anything. Potential advantages to do that. Lynn, Levi, how about either of you?
So Lynn, I think Lynn is going to have a look at the. There's a kid, right? The kid.
There's a kid.
Was attached to. I think she's.
He seems to just stand there with Desi, though. At the first look, he's not doing anything interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and make sense of him. See what he's up to. So he's just like a straight perception after he tests, right?
Obstacle is 3.
There's a 6 in there.
There is a 6 in there.
Didn't work.
He appears to just be standing there, not participating in any way. Levi, how about you?
I mean, I probably would try to pursue at this point because I feel like the tides have turned,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be bad for me if I stood behind the tree longer. Then I would be branded like the biggest coward ever. I want to be branded as that guy who thinks what he does. At least compared to that guy that just ran into a camp with 10 people or so alone. But never mind. I think I'm on my way to this guy now.
Okay. He is lying there under a heap of mothers, Jonas, and all the while being hit with Garnet's walking stick. And he seems to be unusually rigid, like his body posture. Like he seems to be unnaturally rigid.
Like someone's mind controlling him in some way.
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay. But does that? I'm gonna try talking. Let's see how it goes. So it seems like the threat is now under control.
Yes, it seems like it is.
Brilliant.
In fact, it seems like it's being under too much control. If you guys don't pull Garna and Jonas of him, you know.
Somebody might.
I'm not stopping them.
Huh?
I think Desi's gonna
Every
stop
information that guy can give us is not good for me.
Desi trusts you all. I think she like Desi like claps her hand on the kid's back and is like,
Oh my god.
yeah, I knew they'd have it under control. And then she walks over to them and is like, but stop, everything's fine.
Are you sure? That guy might be a maniac. He just attacked a big group alone.
Like, I think she pointedly looks at Wolfram and is like, Wolfram has him contained.
So,
And like Wolfram's like across the way. He's not even right there.
Yeah. So, Jonas immediately stops and he looks particularly guilty. You see that this guy has like scratches all over him, as if he's been clawed. But Garna, like, he seems to be in this fit of like rage. He's just, you know, you don't know what our walking stick is made of, but it's something very sturdy. Else it would have broken by now.
Fair.
And he's not stopping. He's, you know, by the look of his face, he'll stop when this guy's dead.
Yeah, like I think Desi is definitely gonna put her hands like on his shoulders and like try to get him to stop. Like
I'll try to stop Desi and say, no, this is dangerous. He might be in a rage. He might turn on us.
She's like, no one else needs to die. Please stop. And what was his name again? I'm sure we got all of their names.
Garna.
Garna.
Yeah, so the names are Jonas. He was furry. We have Jesse, who's the
Little
boy. We have Malia, white-haired woman. We
now,
have
is she
Wolf.
old or just have white hair? Or is it hard to tell.
You decide.
I like it being hard to tell. Like, she could be 40 or 60, and it's really hard to say.
Yeah. And Gerna, old man with walking stick.
And maybe she's
Okay, so Desi, you can roll something to try and calm Gerna down.
Oh boy, I'm good at interpersonal relationships. No,
It's definitely your specialty.
Can I give an extra die to Garner's will? Also?
Sure. Okay,
Could I
your
get him to
obstacle
Stop
is
with ugly
what?
truth instead of persuasion.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, because I actually have ugly truth, and I'm opening persuasion. So yeah, I think I'm better off trying this way.
So how are you giving Gerna the hard, ugly truth?
Yeah, so I put my hand on his arm, and I'm like, we're already in enough trouble as it is. We don't need more bodies following us. We got away, but if he dies here, it'll freshen the trail. Please, you have to stop.
Okay, yeah. So your obstacle is 1 because, well, he failed.
Hey,
Perfect.
damn.
It's gonna be routine for me either way.
Made a persuasion roll against Desi.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna add anything. Wait, were you helping Levi?
Yes, but not you. Levi was helping.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Gerna.
Okay.
Helping
One,
like a
one
cat.
success.
Okay.
That was what I.
So you see him like, and then he just slowly like puts down his stick, gives the culprit another kick, and then walks away muttering.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, and like she like bends down and like looks at this guy and looks up at Wolfram and is like, how long can you keep him like this?
Like you notice that he's not entirely frozen. He's just a bit like rigid. There's still some movement. He's struggling a little bit. And Wolfram says, I can't really just keep him. I can suggest, I guess, for him to stay, but in the end, he's fighting me hard.
Someone get some rope.
Yeah. Do we have any rope?
Well, you guys did not end up ditching your stuff. So I imagine that you guys at the very least have something that can serve as rope. I know you got like blankets and camping gear and whatever. You can grab some clothes of some sort and use it to tie him up with. There's at least makeshift rope.
Okay.
Brilliant.
And can we just do that, given that he's held for the moment, or
Yeah.
is that it?
I mean, you will have to stay lying on him, but Levi or Desi or Lynn or Davey can just grab that and do that.
Okay.
I trust my companions. Can you say?
Yeah.
Doesn't Levi like know shipmanship and stuff? Do you know how to tie knots?
No.
Or do you not?
Okay.
Levi has 2 legs though. so his legs know how to tie knots.
We do see
Obvious.
legs.
They have it in their blood.
Yeah.
No, but I think Davy will run to the cart and grab something off there she can use to tie up this guy. So after he's been tied up, Wolfram releases him, and immediately he starts struggling against his bonds. And he spits at you, Levi. You will regret this, and gives you a very venomous look. He looks very bad, by the way. Aside from the fact that he's covered in bruises, and you're pretty sure that one of his arms is broken. Also, ribs might be. He also looks very pale, greenish pale. Not healthy.
Like,
Okay.
does he look pale like Rav looked pale before? Or in a different way?
Different.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty different.
Just checking,
Okay.
Uh,
So
The
first,
Rav looked worn. This guy just looks sick.
okay. I just tell him, no, let's calm down and make some of the conditions clear here. You will tell me everything I want to hear. I'm looking into him like I want to hear, not what
What I want to hear. No,
what I want to
get ya.
hear, or it will go badly for you. Do you understand?
So as you're saying that, Jonas kind of shuffles and makes like a sort of a half like coughing sound as if he wants to start saying something, but he's not sure as to whether he wants to. As for the guy, what is his name? Tell me what his name is.
What is his name?
Your
Severn?
old rival,
Trevor?
Trevor.
Can't
Levi's old rival. Okay, so Trevor just like shuts his mouth and gives you a venomous look. Like he's, you guys were trained not to say something. That's what a spy does.
I mean, that's fine for me.
And Jonas again gives it a bit of a and looks nervous.
So, what is it exactly that Levi will regret? Not being stabbed? There's,
What?
think-
Wait, yeah.
They're interrogating this guy. Desi will take Jonas to the side and be like, "Are you okay?" And like, I don't know about everybody else if they treat him differently, being like with the fur face and whatnot. But I feel like Desi doesn't care. Like
That'd be
I
totally
mentioned
Desi
that
to not
before,
care.
but like Desi doesn't care.
Desi probably doesn't notice that he looks different.
I mean, she notices it, but like
It's just not relevant.
it's not relevant. Yeah, exactly. It's like noticing that someone has green eyes. You're not going to necessarily call it out and make a big deal about it. I mean, lots of people have green eyes. I mean, maybe not lots of people have like furry monster faces, but they're still people.
That's very progressive.
Yeah, so when you pull him aside, Desi, he says, "Yeah, I'm okay, but I might have, well, gone a little overboard on him." And he gestures to Trevor.
Yeah, and like Desi like just like shakes her head and is like, "You were trying to protect Levi. You stopped. Even
Yeah, but No, you don't understand. I killed him, and he just he turns his back to you and looks like like he's expecting you to hit him, basically.
Like instead, she just gently puts her hand with the missing finger on his shoulder.
He jerks away from it, not consciously, not because he doesn't want you to, just
PTSD.
Yeah, and it's super gentle, and when he flinches away, she pulls her hand back, and she says, "Doesn't look dead."
No, but he will be, soon.
What happens?
He shows you, he pulls out his hand, and you see he has these kind of retractable claws, and there's just this green liquid dripping from them.
Is that some kind of toxin?
He nods, still looking pointedly at the ground.
Mathers and Lynn are experts in alchemy. Maybe we can make an antidote.
He looks at you hopeful, and he says, "Oh yeah. Is there anything I can help with? Do they need some of this?" And he holds up his claw.
Probably. Here. And she'll take him back to the cart and start collecting a sample and kind of wave to Lynn.
Yeah, I think Lynn has been standing by the fire, looking menacing at the guy while they're trying to talk to him. But if she sees that Lynn is that Deathly rather is calling for her, then she'll come over.
You're way quiet again, Umbra. Even more quiet than you were earlier.
Weird. I'm gonna see if I can adjust Discord a bit. It's so weird. I can't adjust my own volume outside of settings. Let's see. I'm just gonna face this way and talk. That's where the mic is. Is this any better?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh man,
Yes,
we're all quiet. Super says.
Oh.
I thought I was better. I mean, yes, please talk into your microphone. It really helps.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this for a bit. Hello, everyone.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Can you mute your microphone so that you can talk into it and be in frame at the same time?
I mean, it's a tangle of cables behind my monitors, so I would have to do some readjusting. It could probably be done. Give me a moment.
We could take a 5-minute break if that's easier.
Okay.
Okay. Or yeah.
It's frozen for me.
Microphone too, if you actually talk into it.
Well, okay. How are audio levels now?
In the meantime, this guy's restrained, and you were asking Lynn to help you. Are you asking Davy or Mothers?
Yeah, I think I start off with Lynn because I feel like I have to walk past her. I know Mathers was over there with Trevor. I don't know exactly where Davy would be, but Davy is also an expert in these matters. Possibly even better. I mean, I know some alchemy, but I'm just learning chemistry. I know they're both better at alchemy than I am. And definitely Davy is as well. So I think definitely Davy also. So
Is this better?
Yes.
Sounds good.
The mic has been moved. So maybe that's a help.
So yeah,
So you call all three of them over?
basically yes. And you don't have to come if you don't want to, but yeah, she's definitely calling the rest of them over. She gestures to Lynn and she like calls out for Davy and Mathers.
So do you guys come over there?
I'll be coming over for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, I'll give Trevor a significant look before I do, and I'll probably talk to him some more before we do this. But yeah, I'll at
once he
least come
does.
over. Yeah.
So, Levi, as the others walk over to the cart and you have a moment alone with Trevor, he gives you a foul look and he says, what does he say exactly? You and yours will pay. I'm not the only one. You can take out one head, but there are many of us, and we will come for you.
Hail Hydra!
Yeah.
So, if you're telling the truth, why were you that stupid and were going alone in here? That was actually my first question. What did happen to you that you would do something that ridiculously stupid?
He shuts his mouth and doesn't reply.
I see. Don't have an answer for that. Well, I might have overestimated you from the start then. I'm provoking him to...
Okay.
Unbelievable
Yeah. So
savagery.
go and give me. That's intimidate. Probably.
Might be. So, probably a new beginner's luck test. Yeah! Beginner's luck. Woo!
Who doesn't love the luck of the beginners?
Intimidation. Okay.
Let's see. So your is
22.
Yes.
Ah.
yes, up 20.
So,
No.
so I have 44 opt in this beginner's luck test, right?
No, your obstacle is 4, which will double to 8.
So, still not really chance to do. I'm thinking about just putting persona points into my will though. How much will the persona points do you need in will to shift it
A bunch.
gray?
I think it's 5. I think it's 5% to do the lesser one.
Yeah.
There's the I think it's
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, but you need
To
more
do-
to shift it.
Yeah, it's like the permanent shift is like 15, I think. Something like that.
Okay.
Where's my
Oh,
book?
isn't it on the? I think it's on the character sheet.
I think I will keep my points for now. Why not? Just YOLO.
Yeah, a permanent
Yeah.
shift is 3 deeds, 10 persona, and 20 fate.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And speaking of the books, now available in print again.
Oh.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
okay.
Yeah.
The codex as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, that was a close one.
Yes, yes. It's like just that one extra die would have gotten it.
Definitely.
I mean,
those
look
ones.
at all those 6s too. There's so many of them.
Yeah, they're so red and
I have 3 ones though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He laughs and he says, "Let's see. He's gonna try and insult you."
Always nice.
Oh no! You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna try and get you to stab him.
Well, That's not too
We
bad.
never had the balls for our line of work, Levi. You could never make the hard choices. He spits on the ground. So I guess it's persuasion. What is, or maybe falsehood? I don't know. What would you call like misdirection to get somebody to do something? Persuasion, forking, falsehood. Falsehood,
I
forking,
don't-
persuasion.
Definitely some combination of falsehood and persuasion.
Yeah, I think persuasion, forking,
Yeah.
falsehood.
Yeah, depends on which one. Which one's more important, I guess. Is it more about like
Well,
you trying to?
the intent is for him to get Levi to stab him. So probably persuasion because he wants Levi to do something.
I mean, I know insight is like a fight action, so whatever is like applicable for that. Or is that the duel of wits thing? Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I
And
think that's
flipping
an
the
action
books.
within Duel of Wits.
Okay, I've never gotten into that, so it's
Well,
Um,
yeah,
kind of
this is,
complicated,
and
isn't it?
yeah, and I don't think this is a situation for a Duel of Wits. Like,
No.
I mean, there's sort of an audience, but you're not trying to. He's not trying to sway the audience. He's just trying to
Yeah.
piss off Levi.
So Levi, his obstacle would be your will. So what is your will?
It's 5.
Unless you're, just gonna do it regardless of what he says. But okay, 1, 2, 3. I think he's gonna. But he doesn't have any fate anymore. Fair enough. So he did not succeed.
I mean, if running into a bunch of people alone with a knife and a mini crossbow is the balls for the job, then I'm glad I don't have it. And also attacking one of your own, because that does make sense, totally.
You're not one of mine.
Yeah, I'm not one of yours. Great. Glad to hear that.
So Mothers, Lynn, Desi, and Davy are trying to make an antidote.
Okay, so
Yes.
Well,
I'll give like my any initial comments on how to get started, and then I want to go talk to Trevor. With the idea that I'll be back to work on the to help work on the antidote, but sort of want to check in, and then I want to see what information I can get.
How much dice would you normally give for helping? Because I feel like that would make your help less effective. So if you would give 2 dice, it would then be 1. But I'm not sure what to do if you would do 1
okay.
die.
It would just be 1, but I'm not gonna do like a long interrogation. I'm just gonna like I'm just gonna check in, take a few minutes to talk to Trevor, and then I'll come back to
Okay, here's the thing. Like the problem is time. Like with this venom that you have, it will take 30 minutes to do to create the cure. However, Jonas estimates that he has about half that time.
Okay.
Before he kills over. So you guys would need to make an antidote in half the amount of time, which you can if you get enough dice over the amount that you need. Every die takes up 10% of time, off 10% of the time. So you would need 5 extra dice. And if you are going to do it in 15 minutes, I'm not sure if you have the time to leave. I mean, I guess you could, as you're walking over there to administer, ask him 1 or 2 questions, but to really sit down and like,
I think that
ask him
it's
a bunch
more
of stuff.
important that I think that Mathers thinks that it's more important to try to get a couple of questions out of him now than potentially get more questions out of him later if this succeeds. and therefore
Yeah.
is not helping with the antidote.
Yeah, I think Lynn looks to Mathis if you can tell that he's in
On
two
the
minds
fence.
about this. So I think we can handle the alchemy for now. To go back and check in on our new friend.
Okay. Yeah, I think that tracks. Makes sense. So when I come back to Trevor, my all the I even for someone who attacked one of us, I hate to do this, but here's the situation. The you don't look so good, and while what my friends over there are cooking up will definitely get you to spill whatever's going on. I'm pretty sure you die thereafter. However, if you just told us what's going on, then we could concentrate on keeping you from dying rather than having you die needlessly. So, what's it gonna be? Are you going to tell us everything and die? Or are you gonna tell us everything and live? I'm
He
just
sniffs.
trying to help you out here.
He gives you the chin, I guess. So go ahead and try and convince.
Okay. So, I am. I'm thinking this is falsehood.
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
Or it sounds like persuasion with falsehood forked in.
Okay, fair enough.
So your obstacle is his will, which is 5.
Okay, that's gonna be challenging. Challenging, indeed. Well, let me see. Is there anything else?
If you have ugly truth, I imagine you can fork it in, since you were
I wish.
talking about him not looking so good.
Yeah, I opened it.
I might give Trevor a helping die here because I don't want him to tell anything. I
So
don't want to
let's
die
see.
with him.
Let's see if your helping die does anything. It does nothing.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's still up 5.
Given that my approach, can I fork in anatomy or alchemy?
Sure. I can see you forking in alchemy if you throw in a couple of technical terms.
Okay. So. Yeah. Rather than gobbledygook, I'll just. or should I come up with gobbledygook?
Alchemy technique.
I mean, I expect some gobbledygook.
Okay.
Even if it's bad, and it doesn't mean anything, I expect effort. If you wanna fork something, or if you wanna
Okay.
do something, then you need to do it in the game. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be there.
You see,
You can
The
name
thing-
some tinctures, some truth serums, some particularly painful ways to die.
that's the thing about the black tongue root. when it's distilled in a tincture of St. Mary's wort. It's cruel. It's a very painful process. I mean, utterly effective, but the nerve reaction tends to flare not just along the entire spine, but then it radiates out throughout the body, particularly centered on the reproductive organ.
I saw that coming.
You know what? You know what? That was wonderful. I will give you 2 extra dice for that.
Okay. So let me see. 1 from falsehood, 2 from that, so 3 total. I'm going to
Shouldn't it
throw
be
in a
intimidation, though,
persona.
instead of persuasion?
What did you say?
Shouldn't that be intimidation instead of persuasion, though?
No, he's trying to get somebody to do something. He could fork intimidation if he had it. But I can see how persuasion works here.
Okay.
Because he was being all like, tell us this beforehand and then we will spare you. So I can see persuasion here still as a thing. I'd probably be okay with intimidation too. But I can see persuasion here.
I mean, problem is
Ended up very gruesome
He's
and
gonna die.
intimidating, but
problem is you're
Ob
gonna
was
die.
5?
yes.
Wait, okay. Wahaha.
Damn. So what did you want him to spill particularly? The truth is a bit vague.
Yeah. Well, okay. As a player, I'd love to hear about like the invisible hand and why the invisible hand is after Levi. But Mathers certainly doesn't know enough to ask that
No, but I
question.
think you set intent as a player. Like I'm fine
Okay.
with you setting an intent that's different from what your character wants to do.
Okay. Oh, and I am going to burn fate as well.
Well, it seems I might die at this session after all.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you want to do with your extra success? More information, I guess?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so how about I tell you something very basic and you can ask one question that I will answer at the very least some extent. So, yeah, he spits out and says, fine, but I expect you guys to let me go after this. He doesn't really use it as a bargaining chip. He just puts down that that's what he expects from you guys. That's something that you might take to heart if you're very honest. If you're assholes, up to you guys what you do.
You have come to the wrong place.
And he says,
I don't
Yeah,
mind that.
and when he says that, I nod along, like, of course, sure.
He's free to go, but then he doesn't get the medicine.
So, he looks at Levi and he says, I was sent by some of the hand. I say the word invisible, but it's kind of implied. And I want to get rid of him because he's a snake.
I'm looking at my skin and be like, no, I don't see that.
So this is the truth. This may not be the entire truth, but this what he says is true.
Okay.
So what is your elaboration question? So let me write down what he said. I am sent by part of the hand to kill Levi because he's a snake.
May
He's a snake.
may I just interrupt it and ask a question and hope that Mathers thinks this question also is good, so he might ask it.
Sure,
Sure.
you can interrupt and ask a question.
Who especially did send to you? Do you have a name?
He spits on the ground and he's like, I'm not
Good
talking to you.
question.
Okay.
And then he looks at Mothers.
That's why does the why does the hand consider Levi to be a snake? What did he do?
Okay. That is
Actually,
an interesting question.
That's the most interesting question for me as well as a player, but not as a character.
As a character, it's a terrible question.
As a character,
Why would you
I
ask
don't know
that?
the answer to that question. No. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I might be killing you here, Levi. He just gives Levi a wicked smile, and he says, with an evil look in his eyes, he said, "Well, it's not the hand. I mean, obviously his father dotes on him, but you know, him and his father, they're just taking the wrong direction." So let me write that down.
No, that's not that bad. That's fine.
Yeah, that
It's not
that
the
definitely doesn't lead me
entire
to want
hand.
to like kill Levi or anything.
Never
I
want
feel
to
more
do that.
Not yet, but you guys can roll to interpret this.
Yeah.
I feel
Because
like
this is still
Desi
fairly
and Lynn
vague.
are not hearing this because we're way over at the cart, like feverishly working on this antidote, like going back and forth. Like me and her and Debbie are doing all of this, and so I feel like that is something that Desi could interpret, but she didn't hear it.
So
So these were his literal wordings. You're welcome
Not the
to
entire hand, okay.
do something to try and interpret what this means.
right now,
Um,
I think my Mathers
but
just
these
thinks
are
so highly of me.
but these are what he literally said.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that does definitely implicate Levi as being part of the hand.
Yeah, that is the thing that might be dangerous for Levi. He doesn't say it literally, but it is somewhat implied in the word.
Yeah. I guess Mathers doesn't have that big of a problem with that. I mean, it's more like resources maybe, but
Well,
if
but the
Lynn
thing
hears
is,
that things might shift. Things might shift
the
extremely.
thing is that you guys knew that it was the hand that stole Katarina initially.
Yeah.
So that is a problem potentially.
I had forgotten that we had heard that much.
Yeah, we got that from Sleet right before we left.
Ooh. Yeah, that's bad for you.
I don't know. As long as Lynn doesn't hear it, I think I'm kind of safe.
Who knows? I mean,
yeah,
Lynn
yeah,
didn't hear
yeah.
it. Mathers did.
Yeah, so maybe there's just a shot over like while we're working, like with me and Destiny Lynn, me and Destiny, what's her name?
Davey.
Davey. We have too many powerful women in this group. It's a shot of us like talking while we're working, and sort of Lynn glances over at the interrogation, like the other side of the camp, and says, what do you think they're talking about?
What do you think?
We'll find out eventually.
Probably nothing too important.
I'm sure.
Let's zoom out for a little bit before
Okay.
Mathers gives Levi the time of day.
Okay. Actually, should we take a short break here?
Or we could just do that. Actually, before we take the short break, I do, unless you need to go, I do want to
No,
discuss
it's fine.
the result of the alchemy rule.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
cool.
So, as things stand, you guys would be a couple of minutes too late to save him.
Fantastic.
Um,
I think we've got what we need.
you guys can do, you guys can try and change something if you have call-ons or deed points, presuming you want to spend them on something like that.
So I have a
And I
question.
think it makes sense since you guys came very close to the amount you needed that you keep him alive, but not in a state where he'll ever be able to do anything useful again.
He's going to be a vegetable. Perfect.
So originally, like when we
A
were
little
counting
more
up-
than a vegetable, but very mentally challenged.
Lynn, when you were originally counting up the dice for things that you were getting, you got 2 dice from Debbie and 1 dice from me.
Yeah.
We get a bonus die from having the original poison to begin with, or is that even why we were allowed to make the roll in the first place?
Not necessarily why you were allowed, but why you didn't get a higher obstacle.
Okay, that's reasonable.
It would have been harder if you didn't have the poison. I'm not sure if it would be near exactly double obstacle penalty for missing things, but it would definitely have been harder.
I'm just trying to cover all of our bases here.
Yeah, no. It's good that you ask. I probably should have made it harder and then given you a die or something like that. This
as
just
it is,
made sense for me.
We're still kind of failing here. So,
Are there any bonus dice from the equipment, perhaps, that I forgot to account for?
If you didn't have the equipment, you would definitely have double obstacle penalty, but I don't think you get any bonus dice.
Fair.
Just says if you don't have the equipment, you'll get double obstacle penalty. So
Mhm.
the bonus is that you didn't roll against ob 6, I guess.
That is pretty nice.
That is pretty nice.
Significant.
So yeah. No, yeah. So he falls unconscious, and you inject him with this. But when he wakes up, he just has this very vacant look on his face, and he speaks very incoherently with like a thick tongue, and his movements are slow and sluggish. So leaving it at that, let's take a break.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Well, yeah, and still, that's having him in this state is still, I think, considerably more useful than having him dead. I mean, he's
Might be.
You know.
I hope so.
It's an entirely different situation, I guess, for who this is useful and for
Yes.
that will show.
Right. That's a good point.
Alrighty. So we'll be back shortly. Please stick around. I'd appreciate it.